Hi, good morning. This is Cheryl with Hirsch Parent Coaching. Good morning. This week, I decided to put a post out there on a Facebook group that's got like 44,000 members. And I mentioned that I'm a parent coach and was curious to know what types of stress they were experiencing right now during the pandemic. And I have never received so many responses and comments before. I think there were over 200, which in my world is a lot. And in reading those, and I'm still getting them, I haven't tallied them all yet because I want to do that. But just in reading all of them, I just felt such overwhelm by what people are experiencing. And I also felt such heartbreak. People are really having a hard time with no support, children with special needs that aren't getting served, people losing their jobs, not just the overwhelm of having to work from home and taking care of children, and a lot of anxiety around the school year. I know some schools have started, some have not, but just the attention that's needed for that. So I know in the simplest of situations, it's really, really challenging. And for parents with other challenges, it's really hard. So today, one of the things I wanted to talk about was a webinar that I watched. It was by Megan Saxelby through Cultures of Dignity. I highly recommend that you check out that website. She quoted a lot of other people, researchers, of which she based her hour and something presentation, which I will not be doing today. If you're interested in knowing who the researchers are, I do not want to take credit for information that is not my own. Please reach out to me. You can put it in the comments. I'll be happy to share her sources. One of the people I've actually heard about, and it's my first tool for today, and it's tool number 6. And since I'm videoing myself, I can't hold up my sign because I know it'll be backwards and I don't know how to do it when I'm using video versus Facebook Live. So tool number 6 is self-compassion. I don't know if y'all have heard of Kristin Neff. She's actually out of UT, but her whole website, and I think she's written a book, she's done some TED Talks about self-compassion and how important it is. And I bring that up because in the presentation I watched that Megan did, self-compassion is one of the major factors or most effective factors in mitigating one's anxiety. So all you parents out there with this tough situation, it's really important that you have self-compassion. And what does that mean? And I just want to be sure to use her words. With self-compassion, we give ourselves the same kindness and care we give to a good friend. And how hard is that? We are really hard on ourselves. So with that, I was thinking this presentation was so good, and I always make plans of what I want to talk about, and then I go in so many different directions because I'm exposed to so much good information out there. She was talking about, and I agree, and I keep bringing this up, and I know others as well, how important it is that we take care of ourselves, including the self-compassion. So she explained that emotions are not happening to us. They are a construct. They are not a fact. And she gave the metaphor of a tunnel, that we need to go through our emotions just like we would a tunnel. We do not want to bury them. We do not want to suppress them, nor do we want our children to do that. It's very important that we experience them, acknowledge them, and again, that image of a tunnel really spoke to me, that we're moving through them just like we do a tunnel. So how do we do that? And again, I'm going to be very brief here. This is parts of emotional intelligence. One is that we need to the ability to monitor our own feelings. When we're in it and we're upset and we're anxious, sometimes we're not aware of what's happening to us. So we need to be able to monitor our feelings. The next one is we need to be able to discriminate those feelings. And this will be something I'll be talking about in a minute because I wanted to give you something practical for your children. Overwhelm is a big, big emotion. You got feeling, anxiety. Narrow those down. They keep saying, name it to tame it. Be very specific. Sometimes with your children, it's lack of sleep. Sometimes it's hunger. Sometimes it's worry over a specific test. There's so many different feelings. Really pinpoint what it is to discriminate. And then the third one is the ability to use that information and guide you through your thinking and actions. I'm not going to talk about all the ways to mitigate your anxiety. However, self-compassion is an important one. So think about that again. You've got to be able to monitor your anxiety, be able to discriminate what exactly are you feeling. And even with children, the more words that we teach them about different feelings, the more effective it is in being able to mitigate the anxiety or those feelings, because then you have more information about how to work through them, perhaps even solve it to reduce the anxiety. And also, the next step is to be able to have the tools that you need that help you to get through these times when we're really anxious. Even though we may not be able to change the situation, we can't change the pandemic, we can't change the distance learning. However, we can be in charge of how we're feeling and how we're reacting to it. And there's so many different ways to do that. So again, self-compassion is important for the parents. For children, one thing to do is to help children identify their feelings. I'm going to show you. These are Kimochis. Oh, it's going to be backwards, which means feelings. And I'll put these, I guess, in the comments so you'll know. And these are little feeling, I don't know what you want to say, little thingies here, and it says sleepy on the back. I don't know what you want to call these. There's silly, there's all these different emotions. If you go to the website, they have feelings charts. So with your little ones, you could actually print it up, I've done that before, and then have them identify their feelings and learn all the different words. Disappointed is a part of sad, but it's also a different feeling. Anxious is a different feeling. Let's see, there's so many in here. Oh, that one's blank. Mad. Here we've got mad. So there's a bunch of different feelings, and again, we want kids to be able to identify those. And on the website with Kimochis, and you can Google it, there's so many emotion charts. That is really important, and again, name it to tame it. That will really help your child. So the next step is also for children is to think about their resources. What is someone or something that can help us feel better? And with little children, or not even such little children, elementary, it works great. Even middle school, what are those things that make you feel better? You can get a box or a place, which I can talk about more later, a safe place, a zen den. I know of a child that likes to get all comfy in her closet with things that helps her calm her body, and has her little place worked out. You can also have a box. It might be they like to draw, or there's something, putty that they can use, but different things that they can choose from that they have ready to go, and it's their toolbox of what they can do when they're feeling anxious. It's a place to go with all their tools ready. And as adults, we have our toolboxes too. They just look a little different. And we talked about that in an earlier segment. So again, I just wanted to summarize the importance of self-compassion and helping children identify their feelings. And we've got to remember that we are going to mirror our own feelings onto others. So feelings are contagious, and how do we want to present to our children? So we really need to help ourselves be calm, model for them how we deal with things when we are anxious or upset, so they can learn. So again, I hope this was helpful. I'd love some feedback. If you'd like shorter versions of these are too long, too much information, but love your feedback. So please comment below, and I hope this was helpful. Have a good week.